The Max Gaming coming back at you live from Mac Gaming Studios in California with another episode of
All the mods.
All the mods.
All the mods.
All the mods.
Not just some of the mods.
I am the Mac Father with my voice in my head.
Lil Mac 96 here.
Still waiting, trying to fix his microphone problem, but that is okay. We'll proceed, and he will be right with me. You just can't see him on camera.
Yep. I'll be right here the whole time.
So, last episode, Lil Mac, we made this beast.
Yes.
And I turned down the sound because this thing is really noisy.
Yes.
But last episode, we made this Mekanism fusion reactor. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, it stores 400 million RF. And it's creating 199 or 200
nearly
1,000 RF a tick.
Yeah, 200,000 RF.
So this episode, we need somewhere to store the power.
Yes. Because, all that power that's creating is just going off into the ether. And it's not good.
So we're going to use Mekanism again to store the power. We could use Draconic, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll get into that when we get into the Draconic.
We're going to use what they call their power storage system is an Induction matrix.
Yes.
So we're going to build that today. But a little bit to talk about from...
Is that skeleton over there? So, a little bit to talk about what we're killing the skeleton.
That's a special skeleton, too. And I'm a little nervous now.
Put on your armor right quick.
I don't have any armor.
Oh.
No armor.
Usually I'd say let's not mess with him.
We have to mess with him now.
Yep. Do you have
Does he see
arrow?
me? Does he see me?
Do you have an arrow? Yes, you do.
Oh, that's a miss.
That's a miss.
What just happened?
Blindness.
Okay. I'm still here. I just can't see anything.
Where'd he go?
Where'd he go?
There he is. Darkness Spirit. Rare charging skeleton.
Oh my god, why does this happen to us every time we start to record?
I don't know.
How did he even spawn? Okay, he's dead.
Yeah, he's definitely dead.
Look at his little trail thing there. What is that? Okay, give me all this stuff.
Yep. Alright,
so last episode, we, I don't know what the hell that was. So last episode, we made the fusion reactor. Today, we're going to make the induction matrix, but we have to talk about just a little bit of what's going on.
Yeah.
So, transporting all these gases and fluids around was okay until I went underneath and started really putting pipes together.
Yeah, piping everything.
And the frames is unbelievable here. I can't take it.
Yeah, you can see up in the top left, 21 frames per second.
I have it set to 60. I could go higher, but...
Usually we do get 60.
But 60 frames a second is good because that's what we shoot at. But, yeah, this is just too much. So we're going to do a little
experimentation with...
Experimenting
with Ender.io instead of Mekanism.
We might, underneath this, you haven't seen it yet because it's not totally built out, but underneath this is all the transportation of all the gases up to the fluid wall, and now the fluid wall into the machines.
Yeah.
So I think all that, the piping that we did under there has really caused the problem.
Yeah, because you could see the animation on the pipe is really...
If we go down, we could actually show a little
them.
Sneak peek back here. Yeah, this down here... Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, it's
bad. So we're going to switch out all those pipes and to Ender.io conduit, and then hopefully that will take care of our problem.
Yeah, I hope it will.
Other than that, I'm going to stay out of this room today.
Yep.
So some of the stuff that you're going to need to have set up for this was the brine setup.
Yep. And
so you need brine feeding in the water, making the brine. And then you need another one that takes the brine and makes the lithium. Okay?
All right.
So from that lithium, we're going to throw that lithium gas into, which we have here. Mm-hmm. We're going to throw that lithium, lithium liquid.
Yeah, lithium liquid.
Into a rotary condenser. And we're going to turn it from lithium liquid into gas. And then feed that gas into this chemical crystallizer. And this makes lithium dust.
Very nice.
Of course, we have all the upgrades in this.
Yeah,
I did this a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So you need this lithium dust. That's part of the stuff that you'll need for this induction matrix.
Yep, it is a very important part, and you will need quite a bit.
So I have made some stuff up. And we did kind of get into a little bit of auto crafting because this is really, really crafting heavy.
Yeah.
So we did make up just like a couple 4Ks and a 116K unit, and then one molecular assembler. We will go through this detailed when we get back into doing AE because we'll auto craft everything.
Yeah, there'll be a full episode devoted to this. Trust me.
But we did use some of those.
All right.
All right. So what we did, and let me just go in here and type in induction. So we typed in induction, and we got this induction casing. So everything has to be encased in this induction casing.
Right.
And that's not too bad. It's just steel and an energy tablet.
Yeah, and that produces 4 of them. So, if you're making a pretty big one, not very, very crafting heavy at all.
But the next thing you'll need is this induction port, and that makes 2. So you only need 1 in and 1 out, I believe.
Yeah, minimum.
Unless you want more power out than 1 power in, 1 power out, or 1 power in, multiple powers out. So it just depends on what you need. That's still not that bad. That's just an elite controller.
Yeah.
When you get into the induction cells and then the induction providers, that's when it gets beefy. So the basic induction cell can hold 400 million RF. Okay, that's nothing great. Then you get to 3.2, then the 25, and then the ultimate is 204
Giga RF, I believe that's what it's called.
Giga RF. I haven't even seen the G
RF.
before. So that is what we crafted. So you had to go through this. This is where you use the lithium at, and then a basic energy cube, and then the energy tablet. So every one of them, advanced uses the advanced energy cube. And then the Elite uses the Elite Energy Cube. And then the Ultimate, of course, uses the Ultimate Energy Cube. Plus all the other ones.
Yeah.
So we crafted this up already. And we made that here.
Yes. Now.
We did that through...
We did that through AE.
That's correct.
Yeah, that would be too much crafting.
You can see all the patterns we have in there for it. So the next thing that we need is...
Induction provider.
So we're going to do one that is...
The ultimate.
Ultimate 13.1 million RF to take out. I don't even know how much RF this could transfer.
I don't know either. Well, I guess we'll find out.
It might be overkill.
Maybe.
So if I click on, let me see, this one.
Yep.
Our crafter should be able to do this, right? So you can see how much it takes. 340 glass, only 2 diamonds, 170 iron, osmium ingots, a little bit of redstone, some more gold, some more enriched alloy, and then you get basic controllers, and it gets all right. But we'll hit start.
Yep, and let's see how long that takes.
And our little crafting thing is going to take about a minute.
A minute.
That's not bad.
Yeah, for one little crafting thing.
Can you see it going on in here?
Yes, you can. If you go over to the side of it.
Can we go down there? What is it making?
It's making those steel casings right there.
Oh, I see the steel casing. Oh, now it's making... Oh, check that out, dude. It's going pretty fast.
Yeah, I maxed that thing out.
With the speed cards.
cards.
Yeah. I love AE2. AE2 for the win.
Yes.
All right, so let's go back in here and see where my induction thing was at. Has it made it yet? No.
Almost.
Come on. 20 seconds. I can't wait.
Oh.
We can't wait.
No, we can't wait.
I can't wait. I need it now.
We need it right now.
So, what else? So we're going to make this induction matrix today. You're going to talk us through it.
Yep, I'm going to talk you through it and talk about each and every single part and what it does. We can actually go
2,
start.
1. Boom.
And done.
Give it to me.
There it is.
Got it. All right, so let's go ahead and get right to it.
All right.
So this is kind of loud. I've turned down the sound just a little bit because this thing is a beast.
Yeah, it's very, very loud.
I can look at... Weren't we supposed to stick you inside that?
Yeah, but I'm not back yet, so...
So we're going to have to turn off the power once you're back, put you inside, fire the laser at you, then start
see
it back
what happens.
up. Okay.
Yeah, see what happens.
That's a promise.
All right. So we kind of laid this out for us as a guide, but we really don't need it now. We can just...
What our idea is to fill up this whole thing with induction, the storage ones.
Cells.
Induction cells. I just don't have the resource. We just don't have the resources right now to do it.
We do have the resources, but we don't really have
the time.
Yeah, the time. I guess you would say.
I got the time. You don't have the time.
Yeah, I don't have time.
I have the time. You have the time.
All right. But yeah, we're
so let's
going to
break all
fill it
this
up
down.
after.
So this is the size that we're going to do, even though it's not full on the inside.
Yeah.
Right? Right.
Yeah, eventually it will be full. It will be 100% full eventually.
It will?
Yes. So while you're mining this out, I guess I should explain. Everything in this needs to be surrounded by the casing.
So
It's kind of like a
there?
nuclear reactor. Yeah, let's start with the casing.
Okay.
So let's make a 3 by 13.
Like this.
Yes, all the way down.
Does this have to go?
Yeah, that has to go.
Sorry
All right.
about that.
There, and then this, and then run through, and run through.
I could make this with the best of them. I could place blocks like a badass.
Yep. All right, then surround that, and right there at that end is where we're going to have one of the ports.
Okay, so this is going to be import export, right?
Yeah, import export.
Okay, so that goes like that.
Yep.
Now just continue.
Yeah, just continue around. Be sure to keep the middle of it hollow.
The middle is hollow. Check. This is the other port here.
Yep.
Okay.
Then we're going to just run that down.
Are we going to have enough casing?
Yes, we are.
Are you sure about this?
We have another stack. I've calculated this out myself. So, all right, almost.
So why does it have to have all this casing around it?
Well, it's kind of makes it more secure, kind of like a nuclear reactor. There's a lot of power here.
The answer is going to make a multi-block unit.
Oh yeah, multi-block unit. Okay,
all right.
So
on the side that the power is going to go in.
Yes, the power is going to go in. We want the induction cell.
Okay, so
there.
slap this down here.
Yes, and what that cell does compared to the induction provider is it can store power.
Okay, so
the more
I could eventually come in here and put all these in here like this.
Yes.
Okay.
And that will each one allows you to store an extra. I think it was like 200 giga RF.
Okay, that sounds right.
Yeah.
So on this side?
On that side, we're going to put down the provider. And what the provider does is it allows us to export the energy from the induction matrix.
Okay, so now I just cover it up?
Yep, cover it up, and you should be able to right-click on one of those sides.
Ooh.
Yeah, fancy.
Pretty.
Statistics. How much can it store?
I don't know.
13
So it has
13.
one cell, one provider.
Uh-huh.
13 by 13. It can store 13 million.
Input 13 million, output 13 million.
Okay, so that's because of the induction provider.
Yes. Now, if you right-click on that and you
If we want more out, we can actually
put in another provider.
Yeah, okay. So we'll right-click here.
And we can actually go up to the left, to the right, on that little bar right there. You see the big bar?
This one?
Nope, the bar. Right there. Oh, wow. It doesn't actually say how much it stores. It used to do that. Okay. Well, I guess we'll figure out.
We'll just slap this on then.
Yeah.
So I got 2 quantum entangled porters. So everything is running off this one quantum entangled porter here that's called max power.
Right.
All the machines. So I would have to go and switch all those over. But I have an idea. Let's set this down here for now.
Okay.
And we'll set the output right here.
Okay.
Okay? Can I click on this anywhere? Okay, yeah.
Yes, you can.
So let's set the output to the max power.
All
still, right? And then we'll configure the sides real fast.
Yep, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. And input from every side. That's going to be the input.
No, this is going to be max. Just listen to me.
Okay.
Bear with me. Instead of switching all the quantum entangled porters around, I'm going to make that one and this one match.
Oh, okay.
So this max power is going to be actually the output. Okay. So we'll go to here. We'll hit input here, right?
Yep, input.
Input. We'll just make it all. We'll just make it all green.
Yes,
Input.
all green.
Okay.
Easy.
So now this one, I already set down. We're gonna make a new channel called Max.
Max power in.
Yeah. We'll just call it Max.
Nuke. Max nuke.
Max. Nuke.
Max nuke. I like it.
In. All right. Set
That
that.
sounds like a very nice place.
So this is all off. Let's turn this stuff off.
There you go.
Heat. No, okay, energy. Now this is going to be.
Auto eject on. Eject everywhere.
And we're going to output it everywhere. So we want red.
Yep.
Okay,
and eject on. There we go.
Okay, so now the only thing we have to do to hot this thing up is go down here and switch this frequency.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we'll switch this over. We'll go to
max nuke in.
Set that.
Now if we come over here.
Run over here real quick. This hasn't blown up. Click on this.
Yep. How much? Whoa. Okay, so it's inputting 13 a tick. 13 million a tick.
Where does it say that?
If you go down to the statistics down there. Oh,
they put 256,000 a tick.
Dang. Wow, I was way off.
And we're not exporting anything?
We are exporting, but very little.
Oh, we have to have this as input.
Yeah, that is input. Yeah. All right, yeah.
It hasn't even stored. Holy crap. How much? 250. Okay, so it's receiving 256 RF a tick.
That is because the max of a quantum entanglement porter is 256,000 a tick.
Ah.
We figured that out. Perfect.
Yeah, because this was making...
That's making 200 million.
Right?
200 million. Yeah, 1,000 a tick.
200,000 a tick. And this is doing 200... Well, it's because it's taking the buffer from here.
Yeah, it's taking the buffer.
So this can't make as much as that imports. Okay, that's fine.
It can. Oh, wait.
No,
it cannot.
Just
okay.
The quantum entanglement porter does 256. This is making 200. So that's great.
You're right. Yes.
So this is taking the buffer from here. That's fine. But we're not exporting anything to anything right now because I guess we're not using power?
We're not using very much. It's automatically being exported. It must be. No, it's not even outputting. That's interesting. Oh, we have everything set to the other power, I thought, right?
No, it's on the max.
Okay.
Let's light up one of the machines here, maybe. What can we do here? What can we do? So, a little bit of lag. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's make some lithium. So that's using power there. Let's see if this comes out.
Yeah. Oh, remember, we also have the windmills hooked up.
Oh, that's right.
So if we go up and we completely take off or set the windmills to come into the induction provider, then
nothing's going out.
Yeah, because the windmills can do it. Wind gen. There we go. There we are. So set that to the max nuke in.
Okay, so we'll scroll this down.
And
there go to max nuke in, set. Okay. So we got a little bit of storage right here, too.
Yep. And that's being drained. Because it's going into the in.
Now we're going back.
Yep.
To the factory, but...
There we go. Let's
go back over here and see if it's draining now. It should be draining.
Yes, it should be.
Should be draining. Something's using... The A system has to be using it.
Oh, yes.
All right, so here we go.
Still no out.
What is going on?
I don't know.
All right, let's figure this out. We'll be right back, folks. And we're back. So, you know what would be helpful, though, Mac?
What would be helpful?
If this...
If that was set to export?
If this... I can't help but laugh because we're so stupid sometimes. If this induction port was actually set to export.
Yeah.
Okay, that would help. That would be helpful. So the green, the way it's put on before is green, and that's import, and then we used our wrench here on the energy configuration, see, to set the output.
Right.
So now you should be able to see, okay, we're using 51,000 RF a tick. Thank you.
Yeah.
Whew. That was scaring me. I was like, what is going on, folks? So that is it for today, I believe. Everything is still hot. Our AE system dropped for a second, but now it's come back online.
Yep, it's online.
All right, so that is great. So in the spare time, I'm going to make up a bunch of providers and see how big we can make this thing.
All right.
Okay? It doesn't look very fancy.
No, it doesn't. But there are screens that you can put on the outside.
I wonder what the heck... Oh, you mean by... what is that mod?
No, I think that there's that screen right there. Look up in the top right. See it up there? Oh, no, that's an induction furnace. Dang it.
Casing, yeah, I don't know. I believe you could put some computer screens on to see how much power we have.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
All right, we might do that. So, 51,000 RF a tick. Coming in. That's not bad. We're still... Anything that's under that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's a piece of cake. Induction Matrix complete. Another episode down, and then maybe we'll get into some 82 stuff and actually put the rest of the machines on and hot this sucker up everywhere to do all our auto ore processing. Or we could get into 5 times ore processing. Actually, I think that's what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, I think
5 time ore processing, and we're going to put the units in the ground here.
All right.
Because there's still a couple gases that we need. Okay, so let's cut it here and say goodbye to the peeps.
All right. Later, peeps.
Thanks for watching. Go to our Facebook page, like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, and then make sure to smash the buttons on the video on YouTube.
All of the buttons.
Subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. We'll do an episode for you if you have any questions. And that is it for today. The Max Gaming signing off.
Peace out.